Hey everyone! So I'm back with another video, and this time I got my sister to model for me. I did a smoky, this is kind of like a classic party look to me, honestly. It's not too much, you can keep it as natural as you want. I popped a little bit of a shimmer in there to make it a little bit more evening and going out. I wanted to do this to showcase that I can do deeper looks as well. Even though all of my makeup that I like to showcase about my professional work is pretty natural, it's just that's the kind that I love to do. But yeah, and then I kept the skin very clean. Keisha doesn't use a lot of product on her skin just because she is naturally like great. She has porcelain skin and it sucks to be your sister and you don't have it. So, yeah. Okay, so I just started by cleansing Keisha's skin using Bioderma and some cotton pads. Had a little bit of makeup on, so we just took that off. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Glam Glow Volcasmic Matte Moisturizer. This is really amazing for oily skin types, but this also has like a little bit of like a pore filling effect to it. You don't need a lot. Alright, and I'm actually going to start with Keisha's eyebrows today. My soap that I cut up, this is I forget if it's Pear or Pearl, but it's the orange one from the dollar store. I'm going to spray it, let it sit for a second. So I'm just really getting it into the spoolie. And then I'm going to go backwards. A generous amount because Keisha has really stubborn brows. So once they're sitting where I am comfortable, I'm going to take the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder in shade 3, and I'm going to just take the darker color. I'm only going to go right on like the tail end of the brow. What was I gonna grab? Lip jab. I'm a little dry. Use my little glue stick here. Well, now I'm moving on to eyes. I'm gonna prep them with this Smashbox Studio Flawless Skin 24-hour concealer. And it is really cool because there's liquid bandage in it, so it doesn't crease and it won't break up on the skin. It'll just kind of flex with it, which is really nice. I'm just going to set her eye now before I move forward with the Hourglass Veil translucent powder and a fluffy brush. Oh my god, so much. I think this has been like my best combination recently of like concealer and powder to set that hasn't been creasing because I've been doing it on myself too. I have really, really oily eyelids. Keisha can vouch for me for that because she always used to wipe the concealer line built up in my crease. She'd be like, come here, and then she'd be like, my eyes would be like popping open. Alright, I'm gonna start with this bronzer actually. This is the Fenty Shady Biz. This is just a small travel size because balling on a budget always. And this is a Morphe, it's a Jaclyn Hill brush, so it's a JH34. So I'm just going to look straight forward. I'm just going to find her crease. I'm going to be using the Tartelette in Bloom palette. It's actually like one of my favorite ones, and I dropped it at a wedding this summer, and I lost my favorite shade. It was like the shimmery champagne color, and it was super, super vibrant. So I was very sad that I killed it. Even all the bridesmaids, they were like, oh, when it fell. I was like, God damn it. So I'm going to stick with more burgundies and browns, but also aim to not give her a black eye, which is challenging. I'm going to start with this color Leader. Just look straight forward for me again. This just really helps with placement. I don't really want to go farther than where the crease is because that's when it will look like a black eye. And especially since I'm using these reddish tones, when I start blending them out, it's going to look like broken blood vessels if it's like gets too out of hand. This is just the tone that they would be. It's close for me. So I'm doing smoky, but I think I'm going to keep it like a contained smoky. You know, people just do like right on the outer edge. I've never really done one of those, so I'm going to do that. So once that's up there, I'm going to take that same blending brush from the beginning. Mostly focus on this upper part of the crease. I'm going to take a little bit of this lighter burgundy color, it's called Rebel, just on the tip of this blending brush. And it's going to help me blend the crease a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, she got concealer on her arm. I got concealer on. Yeah. Wow, so blurred. Yeah. Oh, big lick for the cam.
Musical baby.
Take a girl. She looks so cute in the camera.
Yeah, he's a cute little baby.
Aww. I really hope you can't hear that. Sir?
Yes, sicko.
So I'm just going to be taking Antique Bronze in the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to start just on the outside of the smoke. Okay, I'm going to go in with some of these individual lashes. They're actually like individual trios. These are by Kiss. I love them because they just like, it makes it so much faster, but it still looks more natural than a whole strip. So I'm going to go in with the short mostly because Keisha has shorter lashes. And then I already have some glue oxidizing on my hand, or not oxidizing. Yeah, I guess it's oxidizing. It's getting tacky. I'm just going to tap it in there. So just look down for me. And I always lift the eyebrow again because it will, like, even if we are young and we don't have folds in our eyelids yet, it will lift a little bit extra so you can get right at the root of the lash. Also with individuals, I feel like you have to keep playing with them because they will kind of move as you're placing other ones around them, and just kind of always make sure that they're all like kind of lining up where you want them to be. Okay, so eyes are done except for the lower lash line. We'll do that after I finish the skin. I'm going to start with this Hollywood Flawless Filter. It's in shade number 3. It is going to be a little bit dark for Keisha, but I'm only going to put it on the highlights or the high points of the face. And I'm going to use the brush that I'm going to be using for foundation because might as well mix the products together. Okay, and I'm going to next go in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in shade Y225. And I'm actually just going to dot it onto Keisha's face first. And just start adding coverage this way. Just look up for me. Now I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and get rid of any streaks if there are any. Whatever I have left, I'm just going to go under the jaw. Turn towards me a bit. I always bring it like in the ear, like right here, in that weird little lobe. Only times I don't is if someone's pierced it. Okay, now I'm going to use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. I spread it out with my brush first, and then I'm going to go with my Beauty Blender and push it in. Now I'm going to set the under eye with the same powder. This is the Hourglass Veil. I'm going to take a fluffy brush. So I'm going to take the Beauty Blender again, just make sure it's not creased at all. Okay, now that the under eye is finished, I'm going to finish the lower lash line of the eyeshadow. I'm going to go back into the Tartelette palette. I'm going to take that medium tone color. I'm going to place it, look up for me, this way, under the lash line. And then I'll take the deep one that I originally started with and put it right on the tip of the brush and put it in the root of the lash. And then I'm going to take this slightly and just blend it, just so there's no harsh lines. Okay, moving on to the cheeks, I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Light. So it's a contour and bronzing cream. I'm going to take it on a fluffy brush. I do it with a sponge sometimes, but I think a fluffy brush will just get it diffused right off the bat, so it's not like you're trying to blend something super quick. So I do that, and then I'm going to always kind of blend it on my arm first. It'll warm it up slightly, but also just kind of make sure that it's not, I don't know if you can see that it's like specifically coated on some of the hairs in like a dot, and if you kind of blend it and flick the brush a bit, it'll get rid of a chance of having just like a dotted or a speckly bronzer. I'm gonna get you to turn this way. I'm going to take it under the chin a bit. I always go on these little V's in the neck, this little, where the tendons go. To be honest, I don't really have a rhyme or reason to do it. I do it because I watched a contouring video and it was Kim Kardashian and she said, I don't know why, I always bronze my neck. And so I started doing it and I can't stop. And I'm gonna just take, honestly, what's on my arm, because Keisha hates it when I bronze her nose. So it's gonna be super light. Ta-da! Okay, so now for blush, I'm gonna be taking MAC Harmony. Smile slightly, and I like to put blush kind of out farther than on the apples. I feel like it gives more of that healthy glow look rather than Raggedy Ann cheeks. Remember those dolls? The red dots right on the apples. It was freaking creepy. I do like taking blush on the chin and on the nose. And a little bit on the forehead. I think it just ties all of the colors together in the face if you use it all around. So I'm going to use the same brush, and this is the Bobbi Brown Bobbi to Glow. That's kind of cute. Bobbi to Glow Highlighting Trio. But I always just mix them all. I don't really, not specific. And then I just do the very top, like right in there's like a term for that. Nurse, you should know that.
I'll let you struggle.
Oh. What is it? I'll Google it later. Maybe you don't even know. Maybe that's why you're not telling me.
No, I know. I feel like I have a hair on my nose. In my mouth.
Good. Then I'm going to go and highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. So same thing. I'm just going to kind of mix them all. So inner corner. I'm going to give Keisha a spray, and then we're going to move on to lips. So just close. Okay, now moving on to lips, I'm going to be combining the Smashbox lipstick in Safe Word. It's their matte formula, and then this I actually got from Sephora in their little freebie things. They're actually not free. They're like points. But Makeup Forever artist color pencil. So these ones are so cool because you can use them everywhere on the face. Like eyeliners, you can use them on your lips. You can literally, if you wanted to use this as blush, you can. It'd be very hard though. But this color is beautiful. Okay, so this is a gloss from a holiday collection from MAC like 2 years ago. It's called a Snow Glaze, a Crystal Glaze Gloss, and it's in the color Snow Dazzle. Hence the Christmas collection, so I'm just gonna take some out. I like that it's in a pot, to be honest. It's nice. I had a girl that actually, reenact this. I had a girl who wanted to try this on when I worked there. We were selling this, and I was like, yeah, for sure, just let me sanitize it. So I sprayed it with alcohol, and she grabbed it from me. And like, we should be like scooping little things out of it at the time, but like still spraying it because you can't exactly like, you can wipe off a first layer, but it's gonna leave like tissue in there. But she took it from me after I sprayed the alcohol in it, and she went like this. I like twisted it on her lips. It was just like, it was globby and like all around. I was just like,
No.
it looks nice.
That's not how you use it.
It's not how you use it. Someone help her.
That was supposed to be
She needs some milk.
She needs some milk.
Alright, and I like to put gloss, like when I'm doing clients, I only put it in the center of the lip because all over it gives it more of a chance that it's going to make the lip bleed a bit more, and this way it actually gives it more of a fuller look when it's just in the center. It'll make just the center kind of pop out a bit more. I'm tapping it. Yeah. Alright. So I lied, I'm not done. Taking that same Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner, and I'm just going to get Keisha to look up. This way. Okay. Now we're done. Sure. Okay, so this is the finished look. It's pretty smoky for me anyways. This is like probably next to nothing for people who like to do that full Instagram whatever look. But anyways, this is the final thing. I kept it very natural in the skin because I wanted the eyes to really pop and stand out. I chose a little bit on a warmer tone of colors, like more in the reddy browns, just because I think it would pull the yellows out in Keisha's eyes a bit more. If you guys like this video, comment down below, tell me what you liked about it. Actually like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, I'll post those all down below, and as well as the products that I used. And let me know if you guys have any ideas for videos or any questions about specific steps in here that I maybe didn't include. Okay, thanks guys. Bye!